The picture is fuzzy. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't think that's it, but okay. Mara says it's fine. Oh, look at that. 6 o'clock. Oh, wow. That was me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erik Peterson. This is my wife, Cathy.
Hello.
We know so many of you out there in Corvallis, and man, I really missed the trip out from Denver this year. This is from our home to yours, and this would be the 20th season for Chantilly Chamber Music Festival, and next year we'll do the 20th anniversary season instead, and we look forward to seeing many of you at the concerts there. Cathy and I have some fun selections for you this evening, or afternoon. Evening here, just turned it in Denver. And the first piece we're going to play is a work by Peter Schickley, followed by Cathy on solo flute by a work of Astor Piazzolla. And then for those of you that are thinking, oh, we need something a little more, less contemporary, Mozart, and followed finally with I think probably the most recent work by Kenji Bunch, a good friend of ours and a good friend of Chantilly Chamber Music Festival. So, Cathy, do you want to say a little bit about Schickley and whatever else?
Sure. Peter Schickley was born in Iowa and is most well known for being PDQ Bach.
Pretty darn quick, Bach.
Yes, but also wrote serious music. There's a fantastic flute serenade by Peter Schickley as well. All sorts of more serious music than his comic side. The Little Balkan Serenade was written for Pinchas Zuckerman at the birth of Eugenia and Pinchas' daughter. So, 5 movements? 6 movements? 5. Very short movements.
Well, for me, this is, it gives you the sort of the serenity of sort of expecting a new member to the family, along with a little bit of turbulation, and then finally in the end you have to sort of wonder, what have I done? was fun and rambunctious enough for you at the end there.
I'm gonna go peer at the comments just to make sure that there's no need to change the settings. Okay, wait. Steve, if there's any need for changing in the microphone, can you comment me now? Put a comment in. All right, I'm gonna take it as perfect. Perfect. Okay. We've gotten quite adept at trying to navigate all of these extraneous microphones, cameras. We've been teaching online quite a bit. So if any of you out there want to learn how to play this gorgeous instrument of the flute that is in no way shrieky, I'd love to teach you online. Okay, we are going to, well, not we, I guess it's me. I'm going to play a tango etude. The last time I played Piazzolla was at Chintimini Chamber Music Festival in Oregon, was with Bob Berdvik, and we did the L'Histoire du Tango for marimba and flute, and this is just a solo etude. Just one.
You think so?
Okay, there's no words for after that. Yeah, okay.
Well, do you want to tell them what the next piece is?
I do, but I'm supposed to check the, oh, you almost just put me with your bow. I'm just supposed to check to see if anyone has questions that they want us to answer while playing. No, look at that.
Oh, yeah. So if you have any questions, now would be a great time to put them up there. We do have our big centerpiece of the concert coming up here. But I do want to say a big thank you to Steve Zilke and First Congregational Church and Ann Hawkins for putting this together. It's a treat to have an opportunity to play these days.
Especially to connect to our audience and our friends and family in Corvallis. I mean, what a treat. So thank you so much. We miss you guys.
Yeah, there's so many people we want to say hello to, but I need to say hello to one person in particular, and that's Joan Caldwell. Joan, we miss you so much. I hope your summer is going okay, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. So, speaking of magic.
Magic. It's magic. We are going to take you through the magic flute in 23 minutes, because I have a short attention span. No, just kidding. So it's arranged for flute and violin, and this arrangement was made in 1792?
What, the original arrangement?
The original arrangement,
Yeah.
correct. So the Magic Flute is an opera in 2 acts by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. It's basically a fairy tale, damsel in distress, the handsome prince rescues her, la-di-da. However, under the surface, it's a little bit more complex. It is a quest for wisdom and enlightenment presented through the symbols of Freemasonry. I will not go into that because I'm really bad at music history, but you can go research that. So the first act opens with the handsome Prince Tamino being chased by a poisonous snake. He faints, and the creature is killed by 3 female servants of the Queen of the Night. However, when he awakens, the women are gone, and the bird catcher is there instead, Papageno, who falsely claims that he killed the snake, and then goes on to complain that he has no wife or girlfriend. Hold on. Ooh. Sorry. We turned the fan off because it was making whirring sounds near the microphones.
Did you take the dog's collar off?
I did take the dog's collar.
All right, well, I'm going to take those bells down off the door because he looks like he just might read it.
So much like our children who need our attention right when we are about to start a concert, our dog needs attention as well. And he's like dinging the bells with his nose to go out. So here we go. Magic bells! Magic!
Magic bells!
We're magic!
There you go.
Pamina, the Queen of the Night's daughter, who is being held by the evil Sarastro. Tamino immediately falls in love with her, or her picture. The Queen's ladies give Tamino a magic flute, which has the power to change sorrow into joy, and they give Papageno magic bells to protect him. Tamino heads to rescue Pamina. However, when he arrives at the castle, he is warned not to trust the Queen of the Night, and that actually Sarastro is not evil. He hears Papageno's pipes and heads off to find him.
I couldn't resist.
has found Pamina, and the two now enter the palace, searching for Tamino. They are captured by Monostasos and his slaves. Papageno plays his magic bells, and Monostasos to dance and exit the stage, still dancing, mesmerized by the beauty of the music. we taking intermission tonight? Usually this is where we take intermission. You know, you could go buy a drink, buy some candy. You want to see if
happy hour, right? It's for happy hour.
Are there any questions? I don't see any questions. All right, so I guess our intermission will be short. Do you need to get another plate of vegetables? Okay, we'll keep going. So intermission's over. Ding, ding, ding. Please take your seats. Tamino has to pass through 3 trials to win the love of Pamina. Before the first trial, 2 priests advise Tamino and Papageno of the dangers ahead of them and warn them of women's wiles and swears them to silence. Meanwhile, the head of the slaves, Monastasos, lustfully watches Pamina while she sleeps, and he sings this aria while she sleeps. Ew. Enters, and Monastasos hides, as he should. Pamina explains to her mother that Tamino is going to join Sarastro, and she is thinking of joining them as well. The queen is enraged and instructs her daughter to kill Sarastro, threatening to disown her daughter if she doesn't kill him. Tamino is bound by silence, so Pamina begins to feel that he doesn't love her and threatens suicide in this next aria. master orders Pamina and Tamino to bid each other farewell before his greater trials ahead. The three of them sing the following trio together. Quick here right now, the way the story is told by the duets. Papageno complains to the priests about his desire for a wife. The opera ends happily with everyone having their loves. Somehow Monostasos and the Queen of the Night are cast out into eternal night forever. The sun has triumphed over night, and a new era of wisdom prevails. We can only hope. Just kidding. I'm done.
Cathy's all done now.
And that's the end of the magic flute.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at the comments.
I like how it ends. I think that might be a good ending for many things.
All right. Let's see. Any questions? Do 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 do. No questions.
Here.
Ooh, wine in the lobby. Yes. Ooh, or Chintimini chocolates. Oh, those were so good. Okay, no questions.
So Cathy, why do you like the flute?
Why do I like the flute?
Yeah, there's a question.
'Cause it's shiny. I started on the violin and then I played the piano, but I always wanted to play the flute, and I really think it's because it's shiny. So my mom was a violinist with the San Jose Symphony in California, and so I grew up just always going to the symphony, and I think sitting up in the balcony, the flute sparkled, and so I really wanted to play the flute. I actually really love the English horn, and I wanted to play the English horn, but they told me I had to learn the oboe first, and I was like, no thanks, sorry Laura, I just didn't have it in me to make the raids. It's a good thing, because, you know, now you're out there to conquer the world in oboe. So, that's why I play the flute. Eric, why do you play the violin, Eric?
Because I can't do anything else.
Oh, that's true. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, anyway, why do I play the violin? It's just great to play music. It's great to share music with others. I was just thinking, one of my favorite times of hearing Cathy play was when she played in Carnegie Hall with the Baltimore Symphony, and that was something really special. Of course, we have many, many special moments, and I hope this is a special moment for you as well. So, I do like the violin. However, it gets really boring tuned in perfect fifths. So, I was,
Okay, I guess I'm done. Bye.
Oh, you're done. Okay, bye. Did you have anything more to say, sweetie?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So, one thing, as they say, make lemonade out of lemons, and COVID is certainly a bunch of lemons. And one thing that I've had the opportunity to do is look through my piles of music that I've never played, and find some solo violin literature that's been exciting for me to practice even over the past couple months. So the violin I was playing was tuned in perfect fifths, like all violins, I suppose, except for this one, which is tuned perfect fifth on the bottom, F sharp and C sharp. And then we have another F sharp where the A string usually would be. And then a C sharp again instead of an E on top. So we have two sets of perfect fifths an octave apart from each other. And Kenji Bunch is a good friend of Shintimini, good friend of Corvallis. And we've been working and playing together for, 13 years now. Fun story for me is that he originally came and played with the Colorado Symphony, or actually a work of his was performed with the Colorado Symphony. And I was looking for composers, Oregon composers, and his name came up in a list, and I was all nervous and everything, and this esteemed composer. And I called him up, and probably choking a little bit, hey Kenji, you want to come out, or Mr. Bunch actually, you want to come out and play in the Shintimini Chamber Music Festival? And he's like, sure man, that sounds great. So anyway, over the years, we've done a bunch of his pieces. He's joined us in so many collaborations of different works. His wife as well, wonderful pianist Monica Ucci, really a treat to play with her too. Now, of course, we've had many, many musicians, wonderful musicians over the years that we play with, and it's a real treat for me to get to play with all of you, and miss you guys. So, anyhow, this piece, written with the violin tuned funny, which we call scordatura, is by Kenji. I think he wrote it in like 2010, and it's called Until Next Time. So in other words, until next time.
Okay, so we're having a little problem with video. I don't know if you guys are still there or not. I wonder if Facebook somehow cut us out. Can you still see us? Our screen went blank.
Looks like we're done.
Okay, we're done. Hold on. Thank you, everyone. Until next time. Okay,
That was weird. 'Cause I looked at the screen, it was just blank. But it looks
you're
like
still broadcasting.